Welcome and good evening to TUF1 Division 1, and with me today I have a guest commentator, Quinn. Hello Quinn,
Yeah,
how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. First time commentating, it's gonna be good. First time seeing a TUF1 race, so that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah,
And yeah,
nice.
just looking for a really good race here in Bahrain at night.
Yeah, are you, how long do you play that game already? Like Formula 1 at all?
I've been playing Formula 1 since about 2014.
Yeah, okay, you're long in the game.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of experience. Do you like Bahrain as a track?
Um, Personally, for me as a track, it flows really nicely if you can get it right. But obviously, if you do miss a breaking point or do miss an apex, it can go horribly wrong so easily.
Yeah, that's for sure. I like it, to be honest. A lot of opportunities to overtake another car on track with different type of lines. But let's see. I guess the favorite, like always, is Luca for the pole. He's super quick all season long so far. His biggest competitor is Julian, Ferrari. Do you believe, or are you watching every race so far?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I do think that obviously Luca, it's just insane the laps that he puts in, even in the race as well. He's
Yeah,
just so quick, it's unbelievable.
Lucas, how you said, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. And like
Julian,
especially with a track like Bahrain where there's so many corners they can get wrong and it can put off your track. You have to like put it off. It can spin you off so easily and just take you off your groove. But with Luca, I think this is a track that really suits him.
yeah, especially in the double left-hander, you can easily get the lock up. It's quite edgy there.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest corners in the calendar, just because it's the double left-hander is just downhill. It's got an awkward braking zone. You have to brake whilst turning. It's just so awkward. It can cause an easy lockup as well. As you do see Luca, 24-8 already.
Yeah, already, yeah.
That's just
Madness.
on his first set of softs as well. As the qualifying session goes along, you can just imagine that he will just get quicker and quicker.
Brutal lap time already by Luca. What I have seen so far is I think he can go even quicker. I think 24.5 is his maximum. Maybe he can go even lower than that, but that's what I saw in a time trial attempt. But let's see. I mean, with a 24.8, he's already in the first row, I guess. So
He could literally just not even do another lap and he'd still be guaranteed front row. That's just how quick he is.
what is our Dutch legend Schoen doing? Middle section. 1045. I mean, it's quite close, apart from Luca.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's less than a second already between. Well, as we said, Ham just gets a 125.8. It's less than a second
Oh,
between.
Schoen!
Wow. I mean, it's gonna be a big fight for P2, and then beyond that, everyone's just between Eden in 4th and Batmarker in 10th. It's less than a second.
Exactly.
Which just shows how competitive this TUF1 league is.
I mean, from June I expect quite a lot of improvement. He just made his lap on a medium tire. Oh,
Oh yeah, doing a 126.2 on the medium is not bad at all, but on this track especially, going from medium to soft is a big gap.
Yeah. So
Yeah, someone I do want to watch as he's completing his outlap now is Pricey, because I know him personally and he is a quick driver, and I just want to watch his lap and see how he gets on compared to the likes of Luca.
okay, he's preparing his attempt. He's on an out lap, so he's gonna start soon his lap. He's already in the last corner. Takes the slipstream of Stinner.
Maybe he's just a little bit too far back away to actually catch the slipstream, but he's moving out of the way. Let's see how he takes his first corner. Good braking, doesn't quite catch the apex, but is still smooth.
Yeah, in the first corner you can take different lines a little bit.
Oh yeah, obviously having a tighter line through that so you can get the car straight earlier is obviously optimal, but having so many different lines through that first corner is a lot quicker. Now let's see how he takes his double left hander, because it's very easy to lock up around here. And that was quite smooth. That was quite smooth from Pricey there.
A little bit late apex on the left-hander, but I think it was quite okay. Not on a curb, so full traction out of the...
He does take that corner wide, which will compromise his line, but he goes through the right-hander alright.
He's on the same level like Schoen in terms of time. 1:04.5 was also Schoen's time after 2 sections. So he's on a good run for P2. Now it depends. Last few corners. And it's a 1:25.7, which is very, very close to Schoen. P3.
Oh yeah. Even just looking through the field now, it is very close from, as I said, 4th to 12th now.
Lucas on the lap, yeah. Lucas on the lap. Straight out of the first 2 corners. Accelerate very, very smooth with short shifting.
Oh yeah, it just looks effortless for Luca right now.
Already improvement by 26,000 of a second.
Oh, he does lock up his front right though, which will lose him some time, but throughout he's got so much of the lap left where he can make up that time lost through the lockup.
To be honest, it looked like with his lockup, even he managed to rotate the car around the corner. So I think it's okay. Yeah, and he improved even more. 1/10.
Nearly a tenth up on his previous lap time. That's crazy.
And it will be a 1:24. 6.59 with 1.5 tenths of improvement, and nearly over 1.1 seconds ahead of Schoen.
There are 2 drivers that still haven't completed laps, with Andy on his out lap now, and Fnatic is actually on his hot lap now, just crossing the line, and it is only a 1:27.2. But he's still got, and that's on the mediums, 1:27.2 on the mediums. He's still got soft tyres to play around with.
Oh, and Sean losing his car in the S section of section 2. Oh man, what a catch! Hammer is improved, 25.4. Let's watch what is Julian doing. Julian is in the last corner, improvement already over 1.2 seconds. But it's not enough, it's not enough for Paul. It's around 4 tenths slower than Luca. No, it's not! Wow. I expect, to be honest, that he's a bit slow, but he has shown me that he's actually even quicker.
8 thousandths faster than Luca. Luca must be seeing this and just thinking, right, I've just got to step up a complete other gear and just get the ball.
And it's nice to see. It's obviously again a 2-horse race, but in terms of pace, it seems like they're similar. They're equal. So hopefully we're gonna see also some great racing between both of them.
I do feel like it, like you said, it's going to be a 2-horse race. This is Andy. It's a 125.3 to put him on the second row.
Great lap.
So now it's looking like during the race it's going to be a fight between Julian and Luca for that race win, and then it's going to be a fight from Andy in third to, well, I'd say Pricey in seventh for that last position on the podium as it stands at the moment. But with how close it is at the moment, I feel like anyone can get into that fight.
Stinner on his run, already improved by over 3 tenths. Currently on P14. He missed the apex, accelerate on a corner. Sorry, on a curve. And yeah, I think it cost quite a lot of time. I think we can switch to the next one, which is Pricey. He does not improve. Only 1/10 down.
But like, as we saw with the likes of Luca and Julian, you can make so much time up on the remainder of the lap. You still got pretty much half a lap to go here, so if you can get all of these corners right, there's every possibility that it can go even quicker.
That's for sure. I think now that section looks already better than before. So I expect some improvement, and it is. He improved by over 1/10. Now he's 20,000 of a second ahead of his time.
I think this will be still a 125.7, but a small improvement.
Yeah. Exactly. So
he does move up a space above Eden, which does put him on to the third row. So that's not a bad place to be, especially when you've got the likes of Julian and Luca ahead of you.
Showing looks good. First corner, quite on apex, accelerating great out of the sharp hairpin. Looks very smooth by the Dutchman. Improved by half a tenth.
Schoen's lap so far, he's taking it so smooth. Let's just see. He does lock up that one.
Yeah, but it was still okay. It was still okay.
It did have a good line, but that lockup did just slow down that momentum a little bit. Let's see if we can pick it up again. It's a nice smooth line through there. Let's see. It's important to keep it nice and close through that lock. It's important to keep it nice and close to the curb without actually touching it on that fast right.
Now it's very important, the last corner, how much he can go. It looks okay, maybe he can improve 2 positions, even 3, depends. And it's a, okay, improvement by 1.5 tenths, very close to the pack ahead of him.
It's still a quick lap.
So,
it just seems like everyone is just like, you can see the groups that everyone is in. You just have Julian and Luca, P1 and P2, Andy down to TJ, or not even TJ, down to I'd say Waitsy. It's near enough a second.
yeah.
And then from Bats in P13 to 20, there's that other group which is quite close to each other.
The drivers
So,
on their final attempts. Ice Cold Andy is the first of the top 3 who's gonna start this lap. Next one will be Julian. Pit traffic ahead of Ice Cold Andy. I hope they realize there's a guy quicker.
see, it's 1.5 temps up on his time already.
That's great. Oh, now he went for the late apex, but that does cost time, I guess. That was too much. And Julian, is he improving? Julian is improving not. Lucas starting his lap.
I'm gonna stick on board with Andy here and just see if he can get any sort of improvement.
Oh yeah.
He does 2.5 temps.
Amazing. I to be honest, I did not expect that after that late apex, but he make a great job so far. Let's see
if he does. Good. He could get into the 124s here.
Yeah. Very close. 125.1.
He did lose some time in the third sector, but it's still a solid run. He still improved.
I think Luca had an oversteer moment, but he improved marginal. What is Julian doing? Julian in the final corner of qualifying. He's crossing the line with a 124.6. Does not improve his time by 7,000 of a second. What is Luca doing? Luca is slower by much, 1.5 tenths. Luca is still trying everything. Let's see, maybe I guess he will gamble on the last corner for the last piece of marginal second, and he does. I think it was not clean enough, but maybe gonna surprise us. Oh, does he improve? I'm not sure.
I think that might have been the exact same time as his last lap.
24/7 I saw on the dash.
24/7.
It's very close. It's only only 10. So,
looking down the grid, we've got Julian and Luca on P1 and P2. We've got Andy and Stinner on second row. We've got Ham and Souls P5 and 6. Shone and Boogeyman P7 and 8. Pricey and Eden 9 and 10. TJ Formula 11-12. Fnatic Wacy 13-14. Bats and Boastman 15-16. Lunatics and Backmarker 17th and 18th, and rounding it all up, we got Trunders and Breezy. So we do have a couple races on the medium tyres qualifying, so maybe they just set times on softs, but they weren't confident.
Yeah, it can be also that they want a free tyre choice out of the top 10.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, but we'll just have to see how this race is gonna go, because judging by that qualifying, we're gonna be in for a treat in this race, especially with a fight for P1.
So let's see. Julian from pole position, close to him, Luca. Both on soft tires. I think they're gonna fight for the real victory here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. And oh, Stinner and Ice Cold Andy crashed.
No, it's not good at all for those two, because the longer you sit on that grid, the longer they take to finish their formation lap, the colder their tyres are going to get.
So we can
Everyone behind them. Everyone
yeah.
behind them is going to be on such a big advantage.
It's also quite a long way to the first corner, so acceleration is key. So Humris and Lost Souls have maybe a great opportunity to take the third spot of the grid. And in the top 11 everyone is on the soft tire, and from P12 to P20 everyone on mediums apart from Backmarker, he's on the hard tire.
Starting on the hard tyre is a very interesting strategy, because on the start you want to have a good first couple laps. And maybe it might work out, but I think either start on the softs or the mediums is the call. I wouldn't say start on the hards, because it's such a slower tyre.
I think it can be an idea to stay very long out and waiting for a safety car.
Oh yeah.
That could be an option. And also, I mean, from P18, if you lose 2 positions at the start, it really doesn't matter, I guess. So.
Oh yeah, you'll be going so much stronger, and then towards the end of the race, towards the end of the stint for the soft runners, your tyres are gonna be halfway. They're gonna be about halfway through the wear, and you're gonna be in such a big advantage. And if you can stick it out and gain time whilst you're on the hards, it can be such a big advantage.
So, we wait for the final car on the grid for Jan Breezy to park in the grid spot. And now we are starting the Bahrain Grand Prix with the 5 red lights, and away we go. And Luca with a great getaway. He's already... he's changing the line to the outside. Stinner defend P3, showing already in P4. What a start. Now Pricey. Before attacking Stinner for P3. Julian defending. Luca's trying round the outside. Stay behind. Stinner and Pricey very close. But Stinner made it. Stick. Yeah, Pricing showing with a very good getaway.
Yes, we said before the first lap, Ham and Lost Souls, they were just... Oh no, it was Andy. He was on the cold tyres and he was in 6th. So it did drop down some places, but it wasn't too bad. As we do see Waitsy pick up a 3-second penalty already on the first lap. Yeah, just watch him pricing now. He's trying to stick as close as he can to Stinner. He does have shown right behind him only 2 temps. Made that 1 temp. Oh no, I am saying that wrong. He's 6 temps.
Yeah, I mean that can change quickly. Humris with an overtake in the last corner. Switchback attempt by Fnatic. He's already next to him.
I don't know what's going on here with the leaderboard, but
yeah, it's a game. Don't worry. And Boogeyman already in a front wing change. Same for Bats.
maybe those two got into an incident at some point. But that is a big setback for those two. Already being 20, 25, maybe even 30 seconds back from P18 and Waitsy, that's gonna be really tough.
They have to pray for a safety car, otherwise it will be very hard to score points.
Oh yeah, they have to. That's gonna be their saving grace in this race. But as we see, looking at, it is only lap 2, but looking at everyone else, it's relatively close. Do you see Souls make a move on Boseman here? He looks relatively comfortable that he's going to keep that position. As I say that, and Boseman is right up his gearbox. But he is lagging about, but it's going to be a very interesting fight. I think that there might have been contact between those two.
In an incident with TJ, he spun.
Yeah, TJ did spin off. I didn't see exactly what happened there, but I saw it in the background. He spun off. And now he's just ahead of Waitsy.
But he's driving without the front ring, so...
Yeah, there is a safety car.
Oh, safety car, yeah? Wow.
There is a safety car from that spin, although no one actually crashed out of the race. It was a DC backmarker and TJ and Waitsy all going to the pits.
They're changing tires. I think
so
some
Waitsy's
of them,
on the mediums.
Some gonna try
so
maybe one stop on a medium. No.
So all 3 drivers have gone on to medium set of tires. Would you maybe go on to the hard tires from here, or would you stick to the mediums?
I think actually 2-stop is at that moment quicker, but maybe you have not a great setup to overtake cars, maybe you have to drive a bit more downforce and struggle to overtake, so maybe it's then smarter to go for 1 stop. The tire degradation is especially high on a rear end, because you're gonna accelerate a lot of you have a lot of acceleration zones where you need the traction, and yeah. So with a hard tire you will struggle, especially in the beginning, after the safety car is in. But let's see what other people are doing on the soft tire. I mean, they're already 3 laps in the race, but they stayed out, I believe, because the safety car was very close. The moment when the safety car went out was quite close when the field passed the finish line. So
I am excited to see how the safety car restart does go. I'm not really sure how Julian will take this safety car restart. I'm not sure if he's gonna go right round the last corner or even just bring it all the way up to the line. I'm not too sure how this will actually pan out. So you see Luca and Sean come in for a pit stop.
Oh,
as well as Salt.
What is maybe just he's on a medium.
Yeah, maybe trying to play some mind games with Julian here with coming in earlier.
That is quite interesting, to be honest. Fnatic give up, he retired the car. Yeah, I mean Luca's P16 and Julian is P1. I mean, Julian have, let's say he has still competition, but you have to create quite a big gap after a couple of laps to make it stick, that is to work out that strategy. On the other hand side, Luca have to overtake a lot of cars, which is always costly in terms of lap time.
I don't know what's going on here with Lunatics, because he's just getting penalties everywhere. I've seen twice now that he's got penalties for ignoring yellows.
Yeah, maybe the game is glitching. Let's see what kind of incident it was. Maybe in case it's something with overtaking, ignoring yellow flags 2 times. Yeah, I'm not sure. And already, yeah, okay, in a collision, I don't know. Maybe struggle with his internet connection because he's ghosting sometimes for me. But, let's see.
And you see, Postman has left the session again. Maybe that's why, because looking at Boseman now, it is lunatics that was behind him. It's causing, he's just causing everyone to slow down behind him.
Oh, Fnatic already said that he messed up. That's very unfortunate for him, but thank you for your support. And June is gonna restart the race. What kind of strategy he will use is start finish line. He's accelerating
now.
Already 8/10 ahead of Stinner.
Wow.
Pricey very no Andy very close to Pricey. Is he gonna try something? Yeah, around the outside. Oh,
So he's
gonna
defending
get so
that.
close.
But it does
Around
have
the
the inside
outside.
line and he loses. It's great racing from those two, and in the end it was a great overtake for Andy right there. But now Pricey is trying to go down the inside.
Yeah,
He is still there. He is still right behind him, putting the pressure on him. So he's just waiting for that little mistake that Andy makes, and he's just gonna pounce on it.
And the man on a mission, you have to overtake a lot of cars. Yeah, but I mean, for great racing, you need two great drivers, so it was very well shown by Price and Andy.
So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how Luca getting on, because he's just overtaken TJ right there. So now he's in P13. He's rising up. He's gone from P16 to 13 already, and it hasn't even been a lap since the safety car came.
Yep.
If he can keep this pace up, he'll be very close to Julian when he comes for his pit.
Yeah, he's
He might even overtake.
He's 8 seconds behind Julian.
We do have Pricey coming in for his pit right now.
It's quite.
It does. He is going onto the mediums right now, so
it's quite.
I'd say that it's quite early.
Yeah, it makes
even with a safety car
no sense, to be honest. One lap after the safety car, you're doing it normally during the safety car or way after it, because now. Oh, okay. There's another one. Oh, big crash! Something happened here.
Oh. It looks like it was between Trunders and Lost Souls.
Yeah, it looks a bit messy.
Let's have a look at the race director and incidents.
But also Stu, I think he lost.
So yeah, Waitsy had a severe collision with Lost Souls. Lost Souls had a severe collision with Waitsy, and then Stu collided with Trunders. So I think it was an initial collision between Stu and Trunders.
Yeah, Stu is having massive understeer, he struggles a lot. And Luca's looking very good now to take the lead.
Oh yeah, this safety car has favoured people like Luca and Pricey so much. Even Pricey going through, like pitting onto the mediums on that lap was, I'm sure he didn't mean to, but it was well planned from him. Because now he's going to be catching up so much to all, and possibly overtake all the people who are in the pits now. So he's put himself in such a good position.
So basically Luca's leading the race in front of Sean. Sean already pit. TJ, oh no, Boogeyman is actually leading the race. Followed by Backmarker. Only Young Breezy did not pit so far.
So yeah, Boogeyman is actually the net race lead at the moment.
Yeah, he basically, yeah, he gained 90. last to first after 7 laps. I think it's quite nice for him to see that result.
Looking at Luca right now, he's at an advantage. He's got 2 cars between himself and Julian right now. And I think if he can just overtake the 3 cars ahead of him and start stretching a gap to Julian, I think he's got this race in the bag. Albeit it is only lap 7, so anything can happen, but if he can overtake these 3 cars ahead of him and start building a gap, it's his race to lose. I am surprised that there's already been 2 safety cars already. This means 2 safety cars in the first 8 laps. Maybe that's just from racing incidents, people not concentrating, but having 2 safety cars in the first 8 laps is really... it's thrown the race up. It's just thrown it up and really put a race in a mixer and just made it possible for anyone to challenge.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the possibility that the game just, I mean, say even without any real crash, let's go, we need the safety car. The second safety car, to be honest, was quite fair, because there were like 2 or 3 cars on the track which crashed.
Oh yeah.
But the first safety car, for example, I don't know the exact reason. It can be also only, to be honest, parts of a front wing on the ideal line or something like that.
Oh, what's happened here? Between Bats and Pricey, I think there was a bit of a collision. There's a bit of a collision between Bats and Pricey, so that's interesting. But it is under safety car conditions. But going back to the front, let's see how Breezy takes his safety car restart.
So, safety car this lap, coming in.
Let's see how he's going to take it. Is he going to slow down, bunch everyone up, and then try and go? I think that's just the general consensus on how safety cars are done, but looks like he's speeding up already and trying to build a gap.
Oh, it's so close behind
Everyone
him.
He's just slowed down, bunched everyone up. But Boogeyman has kept behind him. It wasn't a great restart, because Boogeyman is only 3 tenths behind him at the moment, and he is gaining.
It's still enough, but Lucas passing back marker already. Lucas through.
There's so much action already, and it's only lap 9, so I can't imagine what the next 20 laps are going to be like. We do see Stinner overtaking Andy right there. They are fighting for the S section.
Oh,
side by side.
Andy nearly lost the car. Julian trying around the outside on Sean. On the inside. Oh, but he made it stick. Push him a little bit on the curve, and Stinner accelerates through. Gets 7th place and attacking nearly Julian. Slipstream.
I think all of this fighting that's going on around Julian, and even Stinner having a look at Julian, this is all benefiting Luca. It's all benefiting him, and there's 3 cars between Julian and Luca right now, and if he can keep it like that, and build a lead, build a gap, is going to be so good as he does go for the overtake on Breezy.
Yeah, pass for the
And
lead.
he just breezes past him. He makes it look so easy. But Breezy is trying to go around the outside, having a little look, but obviously Luca has that covered, and he will stick with P1 going through the first 3 corners, as we'd all expect.
Oh, section 1, Pricey, I think he spun.
Pricey.
Something just happened. Those 3 positions. Anyway, back to the fighting. Julian still 6th, Luca already leading the race. It's a very bad scenario for him. Have to pass every single car in front of him, apart from Jan Breezy.
I do feel like if Julian wants to have a chance at winning this race, he has to get past these 4 cars ahead of him. He has to, because Luca's already built that 1.2 second gap to Breezy, and
just 1 lap,
as,
not even.
as the laps just go longer and longer, he's just going to build that gap more and more and make it so much harder for Julian to catch.
To be honest, his pace looks quite decent. I mean, he started with that kind of tire, the race, and managed to be 7 tenths ahead of Backmark. Bookman is quite close. See, and also Julian going for the inside. Yes, he does. Oh, very, very close, but
that's great racing. Great
racing.
overtake there. And now he's got his sights locked onto Boogeyman right ahead of him. He's gonna try. It's a great overtake from Stinner though. It's a great overtake from Stinner on Carlo. Julian, he's just gonna try to get close enough to Boogeyman to overtake him on this back straight after the double left-hander. Let's see how Julian takes this. Nice and smooth. And now he's gonna get the accelerator on. But it does look like they might be stuck in a DRS train here.
It's not easy, it's not easy.
Especially on a track like Bahrain is not easy at all because you've got 3 DRS zones.
Yeah, and usually... Oh, now...
Oh, that's a great exit from Julian there as he's making it look so easy overtaking Boogeyman there. He's got to watch out for a dive, he covers that so well. And now he's into P4. And now he's going to try and catch Backmarker here. And I don't think he will catch him on the straight, so maybe he'll wait. Maybe he'll wait for that last straight where he overtook Boogeyman. But he does get really close to Backmarker there, but I think he gives him a little tap. But yeah, it's such entertaining racing here. I mean, whilst we're going on about that,
Stinner.
Lucas already built a 3.3 second gap to Breezy.
Stinner made also another move on Boogeyman. And now Julian is through.
Oh, this is a great overtake. If I'm correct, I don't think Breezy's actually pitted yet.
Yeah, he's the only guy which haven't had the pit stop so far.
So yeah, at the moment, Luke and Julian are in the net 1 and 2.
And Julian already in the DS window, just 3 tenths behind him. I think it will be an easy job for him, but then 4 seconds to Luca, it's a lot.
Oh yeah, especially with the pace that Luke has been showing already. He's already got a 4.2 second, 4.3 now. But now Julian's got that overtake on Breezy now. Julian wants to eat out of that gap. He wants to be taking chunks of that, out of that gap to Luca.
Oh, yellow again. Section 3 yellow, double. double yellow.
Where would this be?
It's you.
At the final corner?
Yeah. Must be. Oh?
Ooh.
I can't see the car, maybe it's also in a pit lane. Yeah, it's in a pit lane.
Maybe, yeah.
He retired the car, I guess. Showing, pass, Hamres, lock up, quite close to TJ. Great exit by Showen. Is he gonna try it? Yes, he is trying it. He's a bit quicker. Is he gonna do it? No. Yeah,
TJ does
wide.
take a little bit of a wider line, but he opts to just stick it out behind him and wait for this straight. And now, I think it's smart from Showen, and I think this straight and the main straight is going to be his best overtaking chances on Carla.
So,
Going back to Julian, that gap from himself to Luca hasn't really changed. I think Luca's just keeping that pace, and much as Julian is trying to catch, and I think he's trying to catch, or he might just be staying back, but still a 4-second gap to Luca is going to be hard to close.
yeah, I mean, Julian have the fresher tire, 3 laps fresher, or younger in terms of tire life, and I mean it can be an advantage through the race. I mean they will have another pit stop, and yeah, usually you have only 1 set of mediums, sometimes 2. It can be very interesting in terms of strategy.
Yeah, just looking like Boogeyman is already on 11 lap old mediums. Even people like TJ and Batmarker, they're on 10 lap old, as well as Luca. But Breezy, he still hasn't. I don't think he's pitched yet. He's still on 14 lap old. Yeah, 14 lap old tires. Like,
Eden passed Hamres. Hamres tried to do a switchback, but his exit wasn't really great. So
but yeah,
June is pushing, and he's actually closing the gap 10th by 10th, 3.5.
Yeah, he is closing that gap. But as well as closing the gap to Luca, he is building quite a big gap to Stinner.
Nice called Andy pass. Paint marker.
So at this moment we're halfway through the race. Is this race about as you expected it would go, or would you say it's a bit of a surprise?
Yeah, I believe the 2 safety cars in the beginning were quite surprised, especially if you look how much runoff areas you have at that circuit. There's a lot of space, so it's quite unusual, but yeah, I mean it's nice to have an unexpected race. It's better to watch, so I'm quite happy so far. And young Breezy went to the box, his first pit stop, and Lunatex is overtaking Pricey.
Oh.
Yeah, he made it stick. But have DRS now. But he give up his position.
Well, I like what Pricey is doing there. It's obvious Lunatics used his ERS there. I think Pricey just used his DRS, just making Lunatics use up his ERS, so then when it gets to an opportunity where Pricey is ready to strike, Lunatics won't have a lot of ERS.
Wow, Hamris just overtook Schoen around the outside in a double left-hander with a lockup.
Oh. It's very rare that you see an overtake right there, but somehow Hamres managed to make it stick.
Yes, he does. Yeah, Julian already 2.7 behind Luca.
He has him in his sights, he's got the target locked on the back of Luca, and now he's charging at him. Very smooth first two corners from Julian, now he's looking for that slingshot effect. And it does, he is gaining. He is still gaining on him. Even looking at the tyre data now, it's just 12 lap old mediums on Luca. You'd expect him to start feeling the tyre wear in a few laps time, whereas Julian, he's still got a lot more laps until he starts feeling that. Let's hop on board with Backmarker and Eden, because they're quite... Eden's only 5 tenths behind Backmarker, and it looks like he is gaining. He's gaining through that fast right-hander. He's now down to 3 tenths now onto Backmarker. He does lose a bit of time, but he gains it right back with a great exit off that. But Backmarker is using... He did use a bit of ERS there as he started to pull away a bit, but Eden, now he's looking. Backmarker looks like he's going into the pits.
Yes, he does.
So it's lap 13. Maybe he's going to another set of mediums from this point.
Could be, yeah. 11 laps with soft as possible, yeah, and he made it.
You'd have to look after the tyres a lot to go from here to the end on softs. But I think it's a bold strategy and it could work out for him.
Yeah, I mean the cars are now lighter, so in terms of tire stress, it's better. And for
it comes out right ahead of TJ right there, yeah, so they could be into a fight straight away. But he is on two. He's on the two softer tires. He's on soft tire. Carlo's on the hard tires. It's just, I don't think Carlo's gonna catch up to Backmarker anytime soon, as you can see already.
Yeah, I mean,
he's already building a gap already.
He started the race on P18, so we know that his pace usually is not the greatest, so I think it's actually a smart choice to take the softest compound tire to maybe reduce the amount of time lost which you normally have in the first couple of laps, but it can be a dramatic drop off in the end of the race, but everything is possible. I mean, it's also a nice experience to fight with some guys who are usually quicker than you.
So as we see, Hamres, Eden and Boogeyman all coming in for their softs. You see Hamres coming in for another set of mediums. The Boogeyman on mediums as well. Let's have a look at Eden. Eden, he's on mediums as well. So Backmarker's the only racer on a set of softs right now, which is definitely a huge advantage for Backmarker right now. He's on faster set of tyres, he's on the faster compound. He can definitely try to keep this P9 and land in the points. Especially when you've got the hard tyre runners ahead of you, like Breezy, Waitsy and Lunatics, especially Lunatics and Waitsy, who are on 11 lap old tyres, you could realistically be looking at a great finish for Backmarker. I do see Luca come in for his stop. Got a feeling he's definitely going to be coming in for the softs right now, as he is looking for that undercut onto Julian. I think with the pace that he's got, he's definitely going to pull it off with the pace that Luca's got. But Julian, he's going to be pushing, knowing that Luca's gone into the pits. He's going to be pushing so hard. So yeah, Luca and Backmarker, they're the only soft tyre runners, as Backmarker does set the fastest lap with a 1:28.9. But yeah, I don't think that'll last very long with Luca being on softs as well. He could probably go onto the mediums and just set the fastest lap now. But yeah, he's on the back of Pricey. Pricey is on 13 lap old mediums, so I think Luca's gonna make easy work. As he goes down the inside, he makes it look so easy on that overtake. Pricey does look for the switchback, but he just doesn't get the traction that Luca gets, and he's just off. He's off into the distance. He's waving goodbye to Pricey, and now he's looking to catch up to Andy right now. He's got to make up 9.8 seconds, but you have to remember Andy, Stinner and Julian have all got pits. As I say that, Julian is in for his stop. Looks like Stinner's coming in as well, but Andy's staying up, which is quite interesting. Julian is going on to the soft tyre, and I think so is Stinner. Let's see, yep, he's on to the softs as well. So I think this does benefit Julian, because he is on one lap younger tyres, one lap newer tyres than Luca, but he does have Lunatics trying to keep him up. I think this is a bit of teamwork coming in from Luca and Lunatics, but Julian just makes it look so easy without breaking Lunatics right there. And now he's just going to try and use all this pace he's got, the one lap newer tyres. He sees Luca in the distance and he's just going to try and catch him. He's just catching him right now. The Achiever going through that sequence of events with Luca obviously having one lap older tyres than Julian. Do you think this will obviously play into Julian's favour, won't it?
I mean, I'm quite surprised that it's again 3 seconds between both of them, especially after how much time Julian decreased the gap. But I mean, there's an ice cold Andy, but now okay, he's also in the pit and 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. So unfortunately it will be a 2-horse race. I hope we're gonna see a fight.
Yeah, just looking at Lunatics now, he's on 14 lap old tyres. He's on hards and they're 14 laps old. Do you think he sticks with the hard compounded tyre, or maybe do you think it's too late to come on to the softs now?
Yeah, I think it's too late. You cannot make the time good. The 22 seconds after pit stop, it's way too much for just 7 laps. It's not possible. I think he's gonna try to drive to the end. He will struggle against the competition of 3 drivers with soft tires, all quite fresh. I think usually he will not even try to defend because it will cost even more time.
Yeah, but looking at Julian now, he's still decreasing that gap. It's only 2.3 seconds now. You see, Boogeyman does make a move, but he does get a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. But he made the move stick, and Breezy, he's not letting go of Boogeyman. He's going to try, I guess, to overtake him on his 2 straights, as Boogeyman does take it a bit wide. but Breezy will have the DRS, and just TJ and then Ham all behind him. They're in this DRS train, which is not where they all want to be, especially if you're Ham, because everyone else is going to have the DRS. He's going to find it a hard time trying to catch up, as Breezy does get a move done. He does outbrake, he leaves a little gap on the inside, and Boogeyman goes for the switchback, and he makes it stick. What does he? Ham and TJ. Oh no, it's TJ. He drops down the places. Might be an incident there.
And we have to watch out for Julian. Julian is closing the gap once again. 1.7.
I've got a feeling this is going to go down to the last couple laps. It's going to be such a great ending. It's going to be such a great ending for this race, as he does hug the inside, takes just enough curve on the outside, and then just clips the apex there. It's a great exit from Julian, and he's still making so much time. Down to 1.5 seconds now, and I think it's just a matter of time before Julian does get into the DRS of Luca, and it becomes very interesting. He's still closing his gap. He's still sticking by him. He's still just right there. Luca's just keeping an eye on him. Julian's just trying to put on all the pressure he can, just trying to close this gap as quick as he can. But he's already made up a temp on Luca already in the first sector. Luca does lock up, and that gives the opportunity. He loses another tenth to Julian, and it's just... Julian is just on another level in these last couple laps. He does try to... It's nearly less than a second now, but Luca does use a little bit of his ERS to try and build up that gap a bit more, but Julian is just sticking by him. Do see Eden, he DNFs from the race, second sector.
Oh, with the safety car.
It's a virtual.
Maybe now it makes it worth to pit for Lunatics, but I think he was. I believe he will stay out.
I think if he was where Luca and Julian are now, he would 100% pit. But with him just going down to the final corner now, I don't think it's worth coming in for a pit. Or maybe he does, maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, also in terms of tire wear, I think it's possible, but yeah, he's staying out. It's already over anyway, so he's gonna fight for his life for the last couple of laps. Same for Luca, but Luca made a fantastic restart. He's already on. He gained nearly half a second.
Oh yeah, that was a great virtual safety car restart from Luca. And I think that restart might have just saved him P1. But there is another lockup, I believe, by Luca, but it didn't lose him a lot of time. It is 1.3 seconds now, with, that's 4 laps to go, and it's all to play for between Luca and Julian. He's still closing that gap. It's nearly down to 1.1 again, just in the space of 1 lap from that restart, and it just shows how much overspeed Julian has.
Yeah, I mean, Julian have to close the gap so quick as possible, because the race, we have a little bit more than 3 laps to go now. And
It's just getting down to crunch time now for Luca and Julian. Can Julian get into the DRS and push Luca, or Luca, can he defend for this P1? It's just such a big battle between Luca and Julian. And we do see Lunatics dropping that, starting to drop down now.
Exactly 1 second now. Ah, now it's under.
He
Soon
is
the
within
detection
DRS
line.
now.
Soon as the detection line. Is it under 1 second? It is. He will have
Oh.
DRS for
Now
the
it's
first
just
time.
gonna be. Now Luca knows that he's got DRS, so he's gonna have to push. He does. I do believe he did deploy ERS for a bit, but Julian, he's just catching so much now, and Luca has to defend for his life in these last couple laps. He has to fight so hard and defend so hard from Julian. I just think Julian will have this. I think Julian. I'm making a prediction now that Julian is going to have this P1.
Let's see. I think he can defend it. It's enough space. And he does. For one more lap, he can defend his position, at least for turn 1. Exit great from Julian. Quite close, but it's still not close enough. Julian seems to have the advantage in the fight for the lead. I mean, one lap fresher tires can make a big difference, especially with a soft tire. It's
Oh
so
yeah,
close, it's so close.
especially at a track like Bahrain, having one lap fresher tyres can make all the difference.
It's still enough, but I think Julian will pass him now on a straight line, on the next year straight line. It's too close to defend.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think
Just 3 tenths. It's not enough.
this is the mistake that Luca's making. He used up quite a lot of ERS on that straight, and now he's using it again.
Yeah, he has some reserves to defend Julian. I think it's still enough. It is.
But looking at Julian, he doesn't have a lot of ERS left. It's coming down to the last 2 laps, so I think Julian, he's using up his ERS and not really saving it a lot. And if we go to Luca, you can see that he's got a lot more saved up than Julian. So it's great work from Luca to have that much saved up already. And I think if he keeps this up, he's gonna have to P1.
Maybe Luca showing us maybe a mistake, or doing some magic through the corners. I mean, it's still a long distance, 2 laps. Under that pressure, so hard, so difficult. It's not easy to defend Julian. But Luca really in terms of management, Earth management, he made a fantastic job so far.
Oh yeah, I think if you're Luca now, you try to save it as much as you can. Use your ERS on this straight. And then just save it.
For Luca.
If I'm Luca right now, after this straight.
Oh, Julian, he's gaining and gaining and gaining. Is he gonna try it? No, he's not. He just shows kind of in a mirror. Oh, and what I think Julian oversteered a lot. Price, he retired. Retired from the session, but he was anyway outside of the points. So
yeah, both have low stores of ERS. They're going to be looking to save as much as they can for the straights. They're going to be trying to save trying to use as little as possible, saving up for the straights. And
I mean, it's now the last attempt basically, and he's too far away.
oh,
So I think Luca's gonna win. It's looking good.
unless Luca makes a major mistake, it's his race.
Yeah, but so far so good.
to get on to is straight right here. I just think Luca's too far ahead. I think
yeah,
he's
Luca
too far ahead.
just one corner to go. Little lock up on the right hand side. Good exit, and Luca is gonna win under massive pressure of Juin the Bahrain Grand Prix by just 0.6 of a second.
That was such a great race from both of them. Even Julian, from the gap that he had, the gap that was there between Luca and Julian, I think it was about 4 or 5 seconds. He managed to bring that down within a second. But then Luca, just the defending that he had, he got so much traction out of the corners when it mattered most, and at the end of the day, it was just an insane race for both of them.
Yeah, both of them. It was basically a 2-horse race, how we predicted it. Followed by Stinner. I think it's a great result for him, and both Mercedes 4th and 5th, also great. Young Breezy, P6, which is also great.
That's a great race from Breezy, starting in last. Breezy started in P20 and he ended P6. For me, I'd say he has to be driver of the day just from that performance alone.
Yeah, it was great recovery. Also, an interesting strategy to stay out in both safety cars.
At the end, that paid off for him. That paid off for Breezy right at the end. He stayed out for both safety cars, essentially lengthening that stint out. And yeah, as you see there, driver of the day for Breezy.
Well called. Yeah.
At the time, it was questionable strategy from Breezy staying out, but in the long run, it extended the life of those tyres so much that he could stay out a good few laps longer on those tyres, and it got him to P6.
Yeah, he avoided also any kind of traffic, basically. He was just doing his maximum pace in a clean track.
He was just racing his own race, and he got to P6 from P20.
So, yeah, and showing P7, Humbrus just P8. Also great recovery by Backmarker, which started on hard tires and finished on softs from 18th to 9th. I mean, solid. And last point to Lunatex. With his internet issues, I mean, he still managed to be 10th and get 1 point, just by 4/10 to TJ. Yeah, and fastest lap was from Boostman, yeah, 1:26.9.
Even looking at the lap times posted from Luca and Julian, that's very impressive from both of them.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think only the top 10 will get the extra point, and
it's only the top 10.
And Stinner have actually the quickest lap from the top 10, so yeah, at least something for the statistic that he has the fastest lap.
Oh yeah, that's something that he can be proud about.
Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed that race and liked our commentary. Thank you also to my mate in the booth, and yeah,
thank you.
And
been a pleasure.
Yeah, for me too. And enjoy your evening.